Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Hustings, and I'm delighted that we've got so many contested positions this year. I think it's a great display of engagement from our members. And when we looked at the membership engagement model almost 14 months ago now, what we actually did was we ranked the different levels of engagement that exist for members. And not surprisingly, the highest level of engagement for members was sitting on the committee. So I'm absolutely delighted we've got 5 contested positions, the most certainly in my living memory, and I suspect probably for a significant period before then. So, to the candidates sitting in the front row, I've been in that position before. The 3 minutes will go incredibly quickly, so don't worry too much about that. Try and enjoy yourself. It is a small audience here tonight, but the audience online is significantly bigger. So that's the audience you're really playing to today. And it's a great way of getting your message out there. So do use that opportunity. I'm not going to carry on, but what I will ask is our first 2 candidates who are standing for chair to come and join me on stage, and we can hear from them.
Thank you. I am extremely proud to have been actively involved with British business groups in the GCC for the past 25 years, including Abu Dhabi, Qatar and of course Dubai. However, there seems to be some misunderstanding as to my support and position with the UK government and its entities in the UAE. When Jonathan Davison was working closely with Her Majesty's government and UKTI to put together the proposal for the BBG to become the poster child for the Lord Green project, I was not only in full support of the programme, but stepped into the chairman's shoes to run the BBG in his stead. This has now become the BCB and is hugely successful under the custodianship of Joe Hepworth, who has proven his abilities in taking the project to new levels and success and ambition. When JD's initiative, ably supported by Dominic Jeremy and Ed Hobart, to join the 2 UAE BBGs into a joint committee to further British business, I was front and centre in the support and again carried out the duties of chairman in his absence. When the UK UAE Business Council was looking to fill the role of Secretariat, now filled by Mike Walsh, I was asked to attend the first and last round interviews for the position, which he now holds, and I was on the short list of 2. A few years ago, I was asked by the head of UKTI in Dubai to address the regional meeting of UKTI country directors from all over the MENA region on the impact of the Arab Spring in the UAE. The lifeblood of the group that has flourished for 27 years is the dedication of its committee and admin team. The event's evolution of the membership, deep and long understanding friendships with our platinum sponsors, including Gerald Lawless of Jumeirah, Tim Clark of Emirates, Rohan Garnett at Qantas, Len Hunter at Alpha Time, Ian Fairservice at Motivate, and the fantastic embassy teams in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. The list goes on. All of these people, personal friends and loyal supporters of the BBG, by virtue of the time and energy I, along with other senior committee members at that time, put into these relationships to make sure the group remained engaged, relevant and cutting edge. I intend to make it an absolute priority of my tenure to ensure that these links and relationships endure. The group has now evolved. Its role supporting the embassy and the Foreign Office is perceived as key to Her Majesty's government's service delivery in the UAE. I am telling you this because the role I played as Deputy Chairman creates a clear and trusted precedent for the way I would approach my role as Chairman. I was deeply humbled to have been awarded the MBE in 2014 for services to British business, community and charity in Dubai. It came as a huge surprise, and many of you know how proud I am to have represented the interests of Britain abroad for over 30 years. So I hope all this makes it very clear that I am an active, ardent and committed supporter of the government in Westminster and all of its entities abroad. It is also not lost on me that certain members might consider me a little old school. To some that can mean positive things and to others it can mean less positive things. Well, like the BBG, I'm also involving, and I intend to absorb and utilise the huge expertise of those around me. We have an extremely strong, impressive and dynamic committee. Empowerment, our committee, is the key next stage of the group's evolution. Jonathan McPherson will make an outstanding deputy chairman, and I look forward to working with Jonathan to strategise and provide effective solutions for our key partners, including the government, the embassies, and choosing the right members of our committee to lead and deliver and present these solutions.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you to the BBG team for all their efforts put in this evening for the event. So, what would I aim to achieve as Chairman and CEO of the BBG, Dubai and Northern Emirates? I believe it's important to build upon the existing 2015 strategy that Neil Isaacson defined and put in place last year. At the strategy's core is the need to engage our existing members. Now, many of our members are engaged, but many, unfortunately, aren't. So I'd like to bring some fresh ideas to the table so that we have a programme of events that will truly benefit our members and their ability to successfully do business in Dubai. So how would I do this? Firstly, I'm keen to work closely with Andrew Prince and the Focus Chairs to ensure that we really are in tune with the needs of our members and that we're business relevant. This will not only ensure that we retain our members, but also that we attract new ones. Secondly, I'd like to broaden the BBG's network with Emirati companies and public institutions. Sometimes within the British community, we have a tendency to network amongst ourselves, which obviously does bear some fruit, but I'd like to leverage the powerful brand of the BBG to enable greater interaction between our members and senior Emiratis, so that we really are exposing companies to the wide-ranging opportunities in Dubai. Thirdly, I'd like to increase our collaboration with UKTI, the British Centres for Business, and the UK-UAE Business Council. We're all effectively working towards the same goal of increasing UAE-UK trade, so let's be more joined up and share our knowledge and contacts. So what qualifies me for this role? I've spent the last 10 years working to build greater understanding and to enable deeper trade ties with the UK and the Middle East. I was born and brought up in Dubai, and I studied Arabic at university. I spent 4 years bringing Conservative MPs to the region and 2 years advising the Duke of York on all matters relating to the Middle East, particularly supporting his efforts to help British businesses win work in the GCC. Most recently, I've been managing key clients in government affairs for a global engineering firm in Dubai. I'm always connecting people and connecting businesses, and it's for that reason that I established my own consulting business. It's a pretty tough market out there at the moment for reasons that we all know well. British companies are facing tough competition and are being squeezed on price. So I feel that timing is right, particularly with Expo on the horizon, for the BBG to up its game and be even more dynamic and relevant to members. So to conclude, if you're looking for fresh ideas, a commitment to understanding the needs of our members, greater connectivity with Emirati partners, closer collaboration with UKTI and the BCB, then I'd welcome your vote and your support to help me lead the BBG towards even greater success. Thank you, and have a great evening.
Firstly, thank you to the BBG, the committee and the members for considering me as a potential candidate for the Director of Business Development role. Very quickly, my background is 10 years in Dubai, 8 years as a member of the BBG, and 15 years previously with UK PLCs in the UK, but 22 years working purely in a business-to-business business development environment. So therefore, from a technical point of view, I feel I'm uniquely qualified in identifying new opportunities for the British Business Group and have a very strong network and relationships within Dubai and the wider region. My theme for the business development of the BBG is BBG. The reality is that we are interested in British businesses, British people and personalities within Dubai and how they can enhance the work of the BBG and make it more effective for the members. From a business point of view, I see that engagement is critical. The work that's been done by Neil and the team needs to be carried on, and I think that needs to transcend within the business development role to very much engaging sponsors and more sponsors at a higher level with a greater return for them. A high-touch commercial role, ultimately making sure that they see the benefit of engaging and never leaving the business and having a pipeline of other potential members from all walks of life. And that's something I've already looked into as to the potential as where that may be. From a focus point of view, I'm already a focus chair for the Talent and Leadership Development area. We've had some success with that already this year. And we look to engage not only UK PLC, UK SME, but individuals, HR and other functions. So we're taking a very broad look at where the opportunities may lie. The G, the group, in terms of BBG, I think the ongoing UKTI and Embassy and BCB links are absolutely critical to the success because we're all trying to do the same thing. and we're not necessarily covering all the same bases. So having worked behind the scenes with Neil and Andrew as committee members in supporting where the BBG goes in the future, I'd like to continue that work on a more active way. My reason for standing is that I'm not interested in socializing. I'm not interested in networking. I do that for a living. I'm interested in being associated with something successful, and I only associate myself with things that are successful. If I didn't believe the BBG could do that, I wouldn't be here. I'm an active member of the Capital Club, and I've seen that as an organisation grow extensively, and there's a potential model there that we can mirror in terms of the global excellence that BBG had and needs to continue. I think I have an ability to add value at committee meetings. I have the time, the energy, the drive, the passion, and support whoever the chairperson and the remainder of the committee may be. So even though we are BBG, I'd like to EU and engage you. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. And I must thank the operations team for finding a very old photograph of me that's on the website. I think it's 8 years old, but there we go. Okay, my reasons for standing are very clear. I have respect and dedication to the BBG. My knowledge and experience of working as a BBG employee, as their executive director, which was a salaried position from 2009 and 2011. I'm supporting the BBG as a committee member, director of focus groups previously, and the director of business development as of present. My aim is to continue with the work that's still to be done and to take the best British business group in the world to new heights and accolades. The above demonstrates my commitment and enthusiasm to serve the BBG membership with continued and better services. A bit about me, my family moved to Dubai in 1999 and we've been calling Dubai our home ever since. In 2008, the BBG committee realised they must make some very substantial changes. And they took a bold and strategic decision to employ a full-time leader as their executive director. I became that executive director, and in May 2009 I was reporting to the BBG committee. The committee then tasked me with 4 main challenges. The first one was to provide leadership and manage the BBG operations. The second was to remove the perception or stigma of the old boys club and develop the BBG into a more commercial and business-like organisation. It was also a challenge to set up business processes and administration using the latest technology and introduce social media as a tool for communications. That's purely for the information flow to the membership. A fifth challenge unexpectedly surfaced as changes in the British Embassy safety rules required us, but not budgeted, to build a new BBG office. This had to be built, designed, and more importantly funded in a new location within the embassy grounds. This put massive strain on the BBG finances and during a very difficult world and Dubai in an economic crisis. I was backed by a strong and committed committee, and I'm very proud of my achievements during my tenure as the executive director. I was credited with developing a new commercial awareness, implemented new business processes and technology efficiencies. We started our venture into the use of social media, and this dramatically increased the membership base. All of this transformed the BBG and removed the perceived old boys stigma. Fundraising and prudent financial management enabled design and construction of the new BBG office. All the above can be classified as operational change management leadership backed by strong business acumen. Under my watch, we also won the Best of British Telegraph Award. I became elected to committee of focus groups, subsequently director of business development. Anticipating the years to come to be a difficult business period, I believe the BBG is an instrumental organisation to create business and opportunities for its membership. For this reason, I believe it's now time to raise the bar, and this will take committed and active individuals to deliver this essential requirement to the BBG membership.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Cathy Mead. Why stand as Director of Events? Putting it simply, I want the BBG to be the best business group in the world, which ultimately benefits us all. I'm extremely proud of what the BBG has achieved to date for all of our members. The BBG has a wide range of events that are quite diverse, and we arrange somewhere in the region of 100 plus per year. I'm sure I don't need to remind you all but worth noting are 3 core revenue streams that generate the monies for the BBG each year: membership, sponsorship, and of course events. As a member, and several years ago, during my time with Jumeirah, I was instrumental in creating the Platinum Agreement with Mark Beer, which today is a pivotal part of our commercial strategy. My background, having held several senior positions within the hospitality industry, enables me to take a 360-degree approach when looking at the BBG strategy. I'm able to consider all key stakeholders, and I'm never afraid to challenge the norm. I have been a driving force ensuring that our members have a voice, and actively involved in the creation of our members' survey. When doing this, I didn't think with my committee hat on, I thought as a member. I believe as Director of Events, it would be my responsibility to support the team when and how they need it, whilst always being the voice of members. We're blessed to have a very capable, committed and passionate team headed up by Joanne, and for sure, they do not need me to interfere in their day-to-day event management. I think that may drive Pamela a little bit mad. She's very capable, she's a very talented event planner, and she does an incredible job and is very well supported by Charmaine. I am and would like to continue to be their sounding board, someone that they can consult and call on any time for advice and support. Having 20 years plus experience, without giving away my age, offering the BBG this knowledge and wisdom, I've worked in the Middle East for some of the leading brands and also globally. I currently work for myself, which allows me to see things from the other side. As I arrange events for clients on occasions, I think that makes me a poacher turned gamekeeper. I have a very real understanding of the market climate, along with the challenges that the BBG team can face. Dealing with hotels and suppliers on many occasions cannot be easy. I always like to ask the difficult questions. Would be the first to express my concerns on behalf of the members if there was a poor event, either in content or choice of venue. So what are the hard facts? I've been part of the BBG for 12 years. I've served on the committee for the last 4 years. I'm a strategic thinker, but I'm not frightened to roll up my sleeves and do what needs to be done. I have a strong background in hospitality with a deep understanding for both suppliers, clients, members. I have great business acumen, a good sense of humour, so my colleagues tell me, and I'm passionate about the BBG. I promise that the members' voice will be heard when it comes to our event strategy, and will always ask the difficult questions thinking of members. As the opening line in the BBG website says, and the heart of what we do, the British Business Group enables like-minded professionals within the BBG to express their interests and expand opportunities, and one of the key benefits in allowing to do this is through our diverse event strategy. Thank you for your time.
Good evening, everyone. I stand here before you this evening to ask for your support in the nomination for the position of Director of Events for the BBG. To many of you, I'll be a familiar face, hopefully for the right reasons. For those of you that I'm not such a familiar face to, I hope we can rectify that over the coming years as we work together. Because talking about myself is the thing that I do best, please indulge for me for a moment and allow me to recap. My name is Camilla, and some of you know me for my infamous Camillaisms. Hopefully I won't get too many of those in this speech this evening, and there'll be a special prize at the end from Neil Isaacson that will be giving a bottle of champagne if you actually notice. Having been here in Dubai for the last 6 years, I have a firm understanding of the needs and requirements for the British business community within the region. During my time here, I have been fortunate enough to have met and not made lifelong friends, but hundreds of business connections as well. With a confident, energetic, and unique personality, I believe I found my niche in events. I've been lucky enough to turn my enthusiasm to OCD-like organisations and meeting people into careers, most notably during my time working as the events officer at the BBG. This experience has been invaluable in my career since leaving. I know firsthand the value that well-run events and networking opportunities to both individual and the business. It is this passion and the exposure that has led me to stand here before you today. I truly understand that the only thing that makes the BBG unique is you, its members. I've seen so many times over the past few years the benefits that we bring to everyone. I know from working behind the scenes just how all those early mornings, late nights and irritating mail shots pay off. There is nothing more satisfying than at the end of a long day being thanked by a member for all the hard work and hearing firsthand how they've made a new connection, maybe a friend or a potential business deal. Now I have to outline my vision and how I can add value. But before this, I have to only write that I recognise the hard work and efforts by the previous events director, Kathy. Over the last 12 months, the BBG has continued to grow from strength to strength, and I've watched from outside, envious and admiring everything that they do. To end that, my vision is to continue to build upon these results. I want my tenure in the role to be remembered as the BBG grew the most and its world-class events. To achieve this, I intend to make sure we utilise every opportunity to continue to offer and stage existing successful events. In short, I want my tenure to be remembered as the year that the BBG rose again. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, good evening. Thanks for the opportunity to allow me to introduce myself to the membership. For those who don't know me, my name is Helen Barrett. I've been living in Dubai since 1998. I'm working as a lawyer for 2 British law firms up until 2014, when I actually started, as a British citizen, my own business here. During my tenure in Dubai, I've witnessed and been part of an immense growth and development of the UAE. This emerging city, which was once a village when I arrived, has seemingly been sprinkled with fairy dust, creating new homes, new businesses, and therefore new opportunities. The evolution of British business in the UAE is at the heart of the BBG's objectives. Now more than ever, British businesses looking to enter the market, or those who are already here, need reliable in-country support to adapt to the UAE's ever-changing business environment. Over the years, the BBG has developed and implemented new strategies to meet the prevailing needs of its members. However, as with any business, it needs to continue to bloom, and this challenge is bestowed upon the members of the committee and the members. Like the BBG, my own business provides support to British businesses entering or operating in the UAE by providing practical solutions and a strategy for meeting the administrative challenges which an emerging city can present. Working closely with our clients means I've got a unique insight into the challenges which British businesses face in the region, and I understand the local knowledge, expertise and communications are, amongst other things, vital elements of providing that support. I would bring this insight to bear in a role on the BBG committee. In terms of my experience for the role as legal and secretariat, I held 2 committee positions for over a period of 7 years for, dare I say, the Australian Business Group. Thank you. Firstly as legal and secretariat, and latterly as vice chairman. My role as legal and secretariat included corporate governance and ensuring compliance with the laws and practices which governed the business group's operations. In addition, in my career as a lawyer prior to establishing my own business, a key element of providing services to clients includes advising on governance matters, while helping them to continue to meet their strategic objectives. This experience will obviously be of huge benefit in a similar role on the BBG committee, and I would very much welcome the opportunity to reform the role for a group of my own compatriots this time. However, beyond the function of legal and secretariat, I believe that the key to success of a good committee is the ability to communicate with the members and deliver on promises. If elected, I'm committed to continuing the great work of the current committee and committees gone by and supporting the needs of the committee and the BBG members to the best of my ability.
Hello everybody. My name's Jonathan Davidson. I know many of you. It's great to see so many friendly faces here this evening and people coming back to the BBG. That's always fantastic and makes us very, very proud. I don't have a speech. I've just thrown down a few things which shocked me when I started to think about them. And the first of all was the fact that I've worked out that during my 7 years on the 15 years as a member, 7 years on the committee, 2 as deputy, 4 as chairman, and 1 as, I can't remember what in the beginning, I've done 500 working days, which is 3,500 hours, 16 months, or a year and a half with the BBG. So that shocked even me, and delivered, I think, almost 280 speeches, all of them infinitely better than this speech. I've known Helen for 16 years, and she will make a fantastic committee member and a fantastic member of the BBG, just not this year. Next year is Helen's year. And that's only because she chose legal and secretariat. I think I'm told the reason why I still add value is experience, insight, history. I know all the bodies are buried for a good or for bad. When we debate over our many committee meetings, our many exchanges of emails, I'm able to cut through that on many occasions and prescribe how we once did it, prescribe how it might be done, prescribe how I might be able to provide a good solution to a problem which might otherwise tie us all in knots for hours, days, or weeks. I'm delighted, and I'm really excited to commit to another year to the BBG. It's in my DNA. I love it, and the fantastic places where the ops team, now led by Joanne. Welcome. Where are you, Joanne? Fantastic. Welcome. Al, our new Deputy Consul General. Welcome. You have really high bars set for you by Mr. Gibbons, and I hope that we as the BBG and the UKTI and FCO and HMG and all of the other acronyms that you guys use, we continue to work together and continue to build and do great and good things for the business group and for the British community in Dubai.
Good evening, fellow BBG members. It's great to see so many of you turning out tonight, and it's great to see some new faces amongst you also. It's a dangerous move by Joanne and her team to leave the only Scotsman to last and letting him loose on a free bar for 2.5 hours. Thankfully, I managed to withhold until later. I'd like to thank my fellow members for nominating me for this position. And to the existing committee for doing a great job over the last 12 months. It's great to see so many positions contested this year, and it clearly shows that you guys are following the message of being engaged and passionate about the group's progression. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Paul Bryson. I work for a company called Sovereign, and we help attract British businesses to the region. I've been a member for the BBG for just under the last 4 years, and the Director of Membership is a very important role within the BBG. For those of you who don't know what it entails, they're responsible for maintaining and growing the existing membership. My main reasons for standing for the position is, during the last 4 years as a member, I've seen many people leave Dubai, many companies leave Dubai, through no fault of the BBG. That has meant that the membership has declined a little bit. At present, we do a great job of engaging existing members, which is why you guys are here. However, I feel we could be a little bit stronger in attracting new companies and new individuals to the group. Currently, in my day job, as I said, I help British people, British companies enter the UAE market. And as such, I'm in a very fortunate position whereby I can attract people directly to the BBG. I'm also currently working with fellow BBG members, the British Centres for Business, UKTI, Scottish Development International, and the Welsh Government. Some of their guys are here tonight. We work closely to attract UK companies here. These specific government entities will be a great source of membership to the BBG over the next 12 months. They just don't know it yet, and I plan on working with them on that. All of you guys know that there's nothing better than turning up to a networking event and seeing new faces. It's great to see the old faces, but you want to be here and meet and network new people. So, as I say, that's the role of being Director of Membership. And without a doubt, the BBG is the biggest and best business group in Dubai. I can say that firsthand, wholeheartedly, because I am a member of 3 other business groups in Dubai. Now, we are a sociable group, but we must remember that it is first and foremost a business group, and the aim of you guys is to generate business and assist others generating business. None of you want to take a morning out of the office or an evening away from your family to come here and network. So let's grow the business, get some new people in here. I look forward to chatting with many of you tonight and over the coming weeks when the voting opens. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone that's here, and a big thank you to everyone of the BBG. I personally have benefited for the last 3 years, which I've been a member, from the proactiveness, the hard work that's been put in by all of the team, which is present here today and taking time right now as well. So a little bit about me. I was born in Lincolnshire. Fortunately, I don't have the Grimsby accent, but I grew up in Spain and I've spent most of my life as an expat. I've been in the UAE for 8 years and now I'm working for Barclays. It's a small bank, you may have heard about it. So the reason that I'm running for the position is, as Paul was saying, is that it's very important that in a place where people come and go, Dubai is very transient. We need to make sure that we stay up on top and are aware of what people are actually looking for, so that you have a hands-on approach and actually understand what it is that people are looking for in terms of events, in terms of activation, in terms of day-to-day and so forth. So really what I want to do is, through that, is be there, listen to people, get back the feedback, work closely with the focus chairs and the focus groups, and generate more interest in the BBG, more adequate material for the BBG, and take things from there. Sadly, I didn't write a very long speech, so I'm going to end pretty soon. But the main focus, as I said, is it's about understanding what people want, taking it forward, and hopefully just being a bit more proactive, engaging people in going forward.